Hey guys, we're back, me and Missy. I want to thank my new subscribers again. I told myself if I got one subscriber, I was going to keep, it looks like a hawk or an owl. Right there. Got a glimpse of him. We may see him here again in a minute. He was up on that power line mass up there. Okay, I don't think he flew far. He's looking for breakfast this morning. I'm out here on the east end of Chattanooga. That mountain up there is Signal Mountain. It runs all the way up into Dunlap, Tennessee, Fall Creek Falls, on up into LBL and in Kentucky, and on from there. That big mountain in the background is Raccoon Mountain. It goes all the way up to Monteagle and heads toward Nashville. The Tennessee River runs right around there. And from here down to South Pittsburgh, it's nothing but rural cities for about 25 miles. I've had Bigfoot sightings on Raccoon Mountain, but around the river, the way a crow flies, 15 minutes from that mountain right there. Like I said earlier on some of my videos, it's been 2 years since I've been out in the woods, since I had my sighting. And I've been getting out in the woods for about a month right now, and I'm amazed at all the stuff I'm seeing. I was gonna do what I'm doing right now in my videos. I was eventually gonna go to these city parks and places falling in and out of Chattanooga. This is a power line right away I'm standing in, and a creek in the back of this. It is a TVA right away, and it runs with these mountains. There's miles of this stuff right here. It's all state land. It runs on up to the nuclear plants, Sequoia and Watts Bar, and it feathers out from there, and this is where our wilderness starts right here on the east end of our city. Excuse me, that's the west. This is the east back here. That's where the Appalachians start back there. It's kind of the north end of our city. But I live back here close to the mountains. There's a swamp down there. Nice little creek. I was gonna do this just because of my own curiosity, because I knew my gut was telling me the truth. I'm just gonna film this since I got subscribers. I can't believe it. Thank you guys. I'm just out here looking for cryptid tree structures and see if there's a possibility something can be living right here inside our city limits. I believe. Let me get my dog. Come on, Missy. Come on, girl. Come on, sweetheart. It's a cool little pond. Anyway, I apologize for the long intro. I follow my gut in life. I follow my gut. In my life, if I have not followed my gut, I've always suffered consequences. Okay, I'm looking for cryptid tree structures. Okay, one story before I go. Small story. I spoke with a girl that lives in some apartments way back over there. Not even an eighth of a mile from here. She said her and her husband saw a baby monkey one night up in a tree. They live next to the mountain. and she swears it looked like a baby Bigfoot to her. A lot of limb cutting. I appreciate you guys coming along for the ride. I'm going to hit a few of these parks, then venture back out into the mountains and show you guys some cool stuff since the leaves are starting to fall off the trees. Whoa, what we got here? Wow. Huh. What you smell, girl? Little thing's full of fish. I had already planned to do what I'm doing right here, but didn't even consider the filming part. It didn't even cross my mind at all until I shared my Bigfoot story. I got a few, but they're not important. I mean, they are. I didn't like my Bigfoot sighting at the time at all. Confused me, scared me at the same time. But now that I look back on it, it was kind of funny. Well, heck, I'll go ahead and tell you my story. It was about in late fall in the winter of 2017. I had already had a Bigfoot sighting when my encounter happened right back over here where I was showing you guys off the Tennessee River. And I had seen barefoot tracks in the snow in the late winter in 2012 that went for quite a ways. That's the day Bigfoot became real for me, because I've been a hunter and spent most of my life in the woods. I'm not going to say all of it, but most of it. So, my cousin and I both saw this one Bigfoot. I'll tell that story too. It's not too long. We were stuck in the mud and had a smaller Bigfoot interacting with us while we were getting the vehicle out of the mud. We both saw it right before we left, but it sat there. Huh. Never know. And we both saw this thing right before we left. And it was just a sighting and an encounter. We thought it was cool. Laughed about it all the way home. Talked about it all the way home. Huh, what we got going on here? Well, we got all this X. That's, now we're talking. Now we're talking, see. Stuff like this. Stuff like this right here. You step back this way, look at it, it looks like, okay, alright. I see two red flags. That cross tie back there leaned up, and this right here. It may or may not be belong to something that's not supposed to exist. Okay, back to my story. So, a month or so had gone by after this Bigfoot sighting my cousin and I both had. And I go down to my favorite fishing hole one day on the Tennessee River. And I'm thinking, yeah, I'm gonna catch some fish and stock some fish up for the freezer. I'll be good because it's a great fishing hole and I always catch a lot of fish there. Well, I get down there and start fishing, and not long after I started catching fish right off the bat, and I started noticing some glimpses of some dark figures coming in and out of the caves across the river on top of the mountain. The river chokes down right there where I was at. I could see pretty clear, about 200 yards, but the leaves were off the trees up there and I could just see these dark figures plain as day. And I thought, wow, that's cool. And they were just normal sized figures. So anyway, I processed that night. Went home, cleaned my fish, put the fish up, processed that night. I thought, well, I'm going fishing tomorrow, and didn't even think about what had happened. I thought, well, I can hear water running in this pipe. Probably a vent for a sewer. Sorry about that. It looks like maybe some kind of a nest or a dam back here. So I get down there and start fishing, start catching fish right off the bat. Not long after that, I started right directly across the river from me. I could hear plain as day owl hoots. And it's in the middle of the day, you know, noon. I can't remember exactly what time it was, but so I know the sun was out overhead and it was a beautiful day. And I started noticing these owl hoots. And then I noticed, especially when I caught fish, they would be over there hooting. And I'm pretending to block this out of my mind, ignore it. And I've got my sunglasses on. And I'm ignoring all this. Until I looked across the river and saw one standing there in the wide open next to this big oak tree. There was a sign on the tree. Looked like somebody was just standing there and nailed like a no hunting, no trespassing sign on the tree. And this thing was right there standing next to that sign, and he towered 2.5, 3 foot over that sign. My heart's beating right now thinking about this. I was confused. I loaded my stuff up and went home, and I don't think I've been back down there fishing but once or twice. Seeing that big thing this close to my house, the other one we saw was up on Mount Eagle Mountain, Franklin State Forest, Tennessee. It's a couple of hours from here. But where I saw looked like to be a family of these things, I know there was 5, 6 or more of them. At least that many of them. And it just shut me down. Now I'm in the woods looking for answers. And I'm finding answers everywhere I go. I can't undo what I saw. And now, since I've seen these things, when I have encounters, I'm not alarmed. like us having something stalk our camp the other night and whistling. There were 3 families there. I told that story here a couple of weeks ago. These things are real, guys. But that's what shut me down, kept me out of the woods. Well, this is just a quick walk, and I just wanted to get my story out there. I could drag it out and make a long story, but to me, in my mind, I've seen these things, and that's enough. I'd say this has plenty of room for a cryptid creature. There are trucks along the freeway back there. It's a huge ridge that runs right here. It's a big creek. We'll walk back there and check that creek out. Wow, okay. I'm seeing hallmark signs. Sabe. Don't tell me Sabe's in the city. Oh my goodness gracious. Really? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I appreciate you guys coming along. I don't know what made me start filming. I guess so I can get some of this on evidence. No, go. Stay up here. No, Missy. Get back up here. Yeah. Come on, girl. You don't need to fall down there. Come on. She's an old girl. I wouldn't want her to fall down there. Yeah, that's trippy. Yeah, I'm hitting all these open sections of woods like this just to see what I find strange. That's Signal Mountain right there. Runs into Falling Water, Daisy Mountain, Flat Top, Bakewell, and just keeps on going. I told my story in detail on Bigfoot real encounters and on chasing the truth. With Sean G. Looks like some buzzards up there. Okay, my doggy. I forget, she's an old girl. Okay guys, I'm gonna cut this short and get her back. I catched y'all on another one. I'm gonna try to do another one of these today. But man, I appreciate you guys. Really do. This is awesome. What you smell, girl? She's smelling something. She's an old girl, but she's still got a good snout on her. Yeah, we had something stalking our camp. It was last Wednesday night. Something walked by my buddies. They weren't my buddies, just somebody I was camping up there with. We were in the middle of management there in a primitive campground. We didn't hear no vehicles nowhere that night. That whole place is locked down at night. You're not supposed to be anywhere. Got cameras and everything on that management area. It was just strange the way we had stuff stalking, making strange whistles. I think I've been tagged with these things because I've had them mess with me at South Cherokee National Forest. And my sighting down here on the river, my visual sightings lasted for 2 days. And I didn't see that bigger one till the last day. And the day before that, all I caught was glimpses of figures darting in and out of the foliage. They wasn't up on the mountain, they was down on the same level I was on. Wow. There's a quarter. Penny for your thoughts. But telling my story gave me the courage to do what I'm doing. And it's given me a reason not to sit around my house and try to fix something I didn't break. Check this dam out, baby girl, or this nest. Yeah, that's I'm sure that's from, looks like flooding. Yeah, I do get a lot of floods in here. We're going to try to make a hike all the way up to the Tennessee wall and go to the wall. I'll have to do that by myself. Well, okay guys, I really thank you guys for, I'm just amazed. I thought a few subscribers was cool. Man, I can't believe I got 7 now. That's crazy, but thank you guys. Intricate work. I got to show you guys this before I pull out of here. Good job, guys. Good job. All right, guys. Y'all have a good one. We'll catch you on the next one. I'm going to try to go a little deeper in the woods next time. Thanks for watching.